Hello friends, I am Dr. Ashish Agrawal, course coordinator for your course production management, and today we are going to discuss plant location. In earlier session we have studied various types of factors which should be considered by taking the decision for a location. Location decision is very important and significant for every person. For a person like me or a person like you. Because location is a primary thing and the important thing. Once you decide the location, you cannot change it for many years. If the location is chosen wrongly, it is going to affect the future in many ways. For example, if you select a location for an organization in a location where the transportation facility is poor, the organization will going to suffer in future because of the transportation problem. Similarly, attitude of the problem. Sometimes the locality having the people with attitude of aggressiveness, such location should be avoidable. Similarly, for an automobile company or a company for a specific sector should select a location where the similar type of companies already exist, because then you will find a certain amount of assistance from the supplier. So all these things we have studied in earlier session. Now today we are going to refresh it, and then we will come to some type of a mathematical problem solving, so that you may able to understand how you can take a decision among the 2 or 3 or 4 different locations. From that session, you are going to learn about the various factors involved for a location or the facility location decision problem. You will be able to explain the various situations under which we have to make a location decision for our particular problem. You will understand different types of techniques used for the location decision problem solution. You will also able to explain globalization, its advantages and its disadvantages. You will able to show how to evaluate different locations considering the different factors. So, location of a facility is a problem associated with the planning phase. Why we say it a planning phase? Because facility location decision has to be taken before starting a factory or an organization, and you should remember it. It is a vital decision and no change is permissible for years to come. Therefore, this facility planning is a very important. Now, the question comes in the mind of everybody that why it is so difficult. The first is uncertainty. The second is complexity and conflicting factors associated with the site selection. Also, there are limitation of resources to produce a site. Now we will come to the factor point rating method. In that we have a poor location, fair location, educate, good location and excellent location. In the factor point rating, what we do, we first select a relevant factors, or you can say we develop, just like aesthetic, transportation facility, availability of labor, availability of power, all these types of factors we should consider, and we assign a scale for each factor. Then we choose the location and we compare the location on the basis of the factors. Now there is one example. Sumit is evaluating 3 different locations for his new fast food restaurant. Costs are comparable at all the 3 locations, mean other costs are at par with each other. He has identified 7 factors and he considered all of them are important. Now his problem is he want to select or evaluate all the 3 locations with respect to these factor rating. Now what he has planned, he has planned a 5-point scale with 1 being a poor and 5 is a excellent. Now we have developed a table. On the left side you will find the factor just like appearance, ease of operation, proximity to market, customer parking, access, competition, labor supply. And just right hand side of this column you will find factor weight, which we have given out of 100. For example, for appearance we have given the weight 20. For ease of operation we have given the weight 10. That means that Sumit is giving more weightage to appearance than the ease of operation. Now location 1, 2, 3. Now here he has given the points on the scale of 1 to 5. 1 is a poor and 5 is a excellent. For example, location 1 he has given 5. That means he is considering location 1 as a excellent. 2 or 3. Location 3 he has given 0.2. So it is better than poor, but it is not excellent. Now on the last 3 columns, what he did multiplication from the second column with third column, second column with fourth column and second column with fifth. So you will get a multiplication weight on the last 3 columns, and if you sum up you will get the summation of each location, just like location 1 got the 380 weight, location 2 305 and location 3 340. Now the question is that if Sumit, instead of appearance, if he has given more weightage to ease of operation, the situation will be different. But in his mindset, he is giving more weightage to appearance, more weightage to proximity to market. That is why for these 2 factors, location 1 is prioritized at a higher side, and therefore it is advisable to select the location 1. But some expert will say that the parking will be the most important criteria. Then if parking is the most criteria, then according to that we can change the weight for location 1, 2 and 3. Now we will come with another example of a problem solving technique. This is a particular type of a multiple criteria decision making tool. Now here I am just giving you on the basis of this table that we have taken x and y 2 factors, and if x is a score a major factor as compared to y, we will give the score x3. Similarly, if y score a major factor as compared to factor x, then we will give y3. Similarly, we have kept a scale for medium and as well as minor. Suppose we are comparing 2 factors just like appearance and ease of operation. If appearance is x and ease of operation is y, and if appearance is more weightage, then we will score x. Now in this table you will find on the left side we have a different factors, and the description of each factor is given on the right side. Just like A is a nearness to the market, B transport facility, C availability of water, D adequacy in the labor ability, E quality of life. Similarly, all these things. So what we will do, we will make a comparison of these factors. Now if you see this table, I am just giving you one example, and you have to apply your own mind that how we have calculated, and if you do it yourself, you will find it very, very interesting. For example, I am comparing the factor A with B. We are getting A3 and we have put, because A is a major factor as compared to B. If you compare A with C, you will find that A is a minor factor as compared to C. So what we have done, for the row indicating A, we have calculated, we have sum up 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3, and you will get the score 70. Similarly, we have calculated the score for each factor, and we will get the 78. And if you divide each score with 78, you will get the normalized value, which is reflected on the right side. The indication of the normalized weight is that you should get the sum as a 1. So now we will compare. In the next, we will compare that how we will calculated, or we have compared the city location. If you see this table, you will find that at the top we have written the factors A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Just below table we have given the score which we have obtained from our earlier table. Now we have a 5 choices, and we have given the weight from 0 to 100. Suppose for factor A, city 1 is kept at a 70. That means it is above average. So we have scored 70. And if you multiply it by each score under the row with the individual score of factor, you will get the weight which is written on the right side of the column under the heading of weight. So in this comparison, we found that city 3 with 85.24 is the best solution for this particular problem. Another important model is load distance model. In this model, what we do, we calculate the distance between the different location. In this table, you will find what we have done. We have taken certain options just like Faridabad, Rewari and other all, and then what we have done, we for the location at Manesar, we have compared with these locations. So the total distance is coming 456 for Manesar and 504 is for Ballabgarh. So that means Manesar is a better option according to the load distance model. Another model is center of gravity model, as we did it in case of engineering mechanics and strength of material. We try to find out the center of gravity for a particular frame. Same thing is applied here also. You just see this table. We are calculating, or we are applying the same method as we did or do for calculating or estimating the center of gravity. Here our locations are Hathras, Ballabgarh, Palwal and Mathura. Now we have a coordinate system X and Y, and on the basis of that we have calculated the center of gravity, and we have got the X coordinate and we have got the y coordinate. Now, if we have any location which we have to consider as a location for our new organization or for expansion of organization, what we will do, we will calculate the center of gravity for that location, and we will see whether it is matching with our center of gravity which we have calculated or we have estimated. Another model is transportation model. It is basically a transportation model which is based on the linear programming method. Here is one example. We have 3 plants, Gurgaon, Faridabad and Noida, and they have to supply South Delhi, North Delhi, East Delhi and West Delhi. This is a transportation model where on the left side you will find the origin O1, O2, O3, and at the top you will find D1, D2, D3 as the destination. That means the material has to be transported from origin to the destination. If you just see at the bottom, you will find there is a demand D1, D2, D3. That means the destination or the market has the demand of D1, D2, D3, D4. And if you see on the right side, at the top you will find the supply. That means the origin can supply only S1 quantity, origin 2 supply can S2 and S3. This is the thing. So first important thing is that the supply should match with the demand. Here I have given one example and try to solve with the help of a northwestern corner method. Here you will see on the left side we have a origin, and at the top we have a destination. And this particular example we have taken where the capacity or the supply is equal to the demand. And as northwest corner method, we try to solve this model by choosing a cell which is at the left corner. So P1 D1 is the first, then P2 D1, then P3 D2. Similarly, we have given or we have allocated the capacity as per the demand, and we have calculated the total cost. So if we want to add some new location as a destination or as a origin, we will calculate and we will see that is there any difference. If the difference is marginal, then we will consider it, otherwise we will leave it. We were discussing about the transportation model in case of location decision problem. We have seen that how the northwest corner rule will solve our location decision problem. Here we have used the northwest corner method. Similarly, we have a least square method, we have a other transportation model, Modi method. We can use it for a better result. Now we will see that how the break-even analysis will help in solving the location problem. We have taken an example. We have a 2 location. One is in South Delhi and another one is South Mumbai. There are 2 types of cost. One is fixed cost and another is variable cost. And third column is price per unit. Fixed cost means which does not vary. For example, the cost of a building, cost of office, these are the fixed costs. Variable cost, which is a type of a production cost which varies as per the quantity of the product. So we will see that how we will calculate a break-even point. Now break-even point is at that point where there is a no profit and no loss. So we will calculate the break-even point for these 2 locations and we will analyze that which location gives us more better result. We have also shown you the break-even analysis. If you just see the graph, and we have calculated the break-even point as a fixed cost divided by revenue per unit. This will be in bracket, revenue per unit minus the variable cost. So for location 1, that is for South Delhi, the break-even is coming at 88 tractors. Similarly, for location 2, the break even is coming 104 tractors. That means the point is above or at 88 tractors. If we go beyond the production for that particular, we will earn or we will have the more profit. Similarly for 104 tractor. So we have to compare these two and we have to find out that which solution is best for our problem. Regarding the break even, we will give more stress in our coming session, that will be a unit 3, that is cost profit analysis and the break even analysis. Now we will study some cases just like steel plant, cement plant, fertilizer industry, machine tool industry, nuclear power station. So we have taken only 3 cases where we will study that how we are making and how we have made a selection for our location. So first we will see the steel plant. Most of the steel plant lie along the Bihar, Bengal and Orissa belt. Why it is so? Because it is economical to transport the finished products rather than the raw material, just like coal, limestone, iron. Because after the production, there is a huge amount of weight reduction. That means during the processing of iron ore, during the processing of coal, limestone, a certain good amount of portion will be reduced and final product will be much lighter than the initial product. That is why it is easy to transport the finished good. And for raw material, if we keep the location near to the source, then it will be easy and economical for getting the raw material. Similarly, we have to find out the port so that we can get the material from the other countries if we are importing it from other countries. Similarly, cement plants. You will find that the cement plant is mainly based on the limestone, and limestone is very heavy when it is brought to the company, and after crushing and certain processing, the cement bags are, though it is also heavy, but as compared to the raw material, it is very easy to transport the bags from one location to another location. Therefore, it is also necessary that cement plant should be situated near to the resources or the source of the limestone. Fertilizer industry. Now, again the fertilizer, we have to keep the fertilizer plant near the port so that we will get the certain raw material which are imported easily for this type of a plant. Now we will discuss about the globalization. Why we are going for globalization? Because nowadays we find that it is very easy to locate some location where the labor cost is very cheap. Therefore, most of the manufacturer in India, in around the world, they are focusing and they are trying to locate their units where the labor is cheap. So, globalization is the process of locating the facility around the world. Technologies such as faxes, emails, video conferencing and overnight delivery have made the distance less relevant. Now, what is the advantage of the globalization? Before telling you about the advantage, I will share you one example. For example, Japanese have developed their manufacturing unit in America for their various brands. Now, these American fellows, when the car manufacturing unit were in Japan, they were thinking that these cars are from the Japanese, so they are very reluctant to buy it. But when these units have been established in America and the American peoples are engaged working in that unit, the mindset of the people changed. Now we will come that first major point or the advantage is that reduction of the trade barriers. Just like import export, there are different types of rules and regulations among different countries, so there is a reduction of trade barriers. Similarly, cheap labor cost. Another important thing is the technology. Sometimes some countries are ahead of other countries and they provide the better technology for the manufacturer. Even you will find that certain manufacturers are establishing their manufacturing unit near to the supplier. Earlier what was happening? Supplier units were coming to the manufacturer, but due to this globalization and due to this competitive world, the manufacturers are putting their units near to the supplier so that they take the advantage of this trade relationship. Similarly, we get the advantage of just-in-time manufacturing, which is a very common or JIT in short we say, where we get the material from the supplier whenever it is required and whatsoever is the quantity. Now, what is the disadvantages? The most difficult part is the political risk due to the unstable government. Sometimes the government or the power of the government loses the power and there becomes certain type of instability and then the manufacturer or the supplier has to take their unit back to their own country. Another thing is that the risk of sharing information, because as a manufacturer we are supplying a good amount of confidential data to our supplier. Now this supplier may be a source of weak point for our manufacturer and he will supply the information to the manufacturer of that country. Third is the worker attitude. It is quite possible, as I told you in my earlier example, the worker attitude depends too much. Local interference including the road utilities. Language barrier is another disadvantage and different laws and regulation. You will find that each country have a different type of rules and regulations about the environmental issues, even for their security and safety or for the public. So these are some of the disadvantage of the globalization. Now till now we have studied the various definition of plant location. We have also studied the various factors which are affecting the location decision of a firm or a industry. Similarly, the objectives for locating the different facilities, and also we have discussed certain techniques just like factor weight rating method, then prioritization, then load distance model, then transportation model, then center of gravity method. Then we have also studied the effect of globalization or the significance of globalization in case of location problem. In next session, we are going to take up the facility layout, in which we will describe the various types of facility layout, and the most important thing is that why we need the facility layout. We need the facility layout with certain objective, just like minimization of material handling, easy movement of the worker, and utilization of space at the x coordinate as well as at the y and the z coordinate. Thank you very much.